Hey everybody. So I got my phone. It showed 10% battery life, and I didn't know if I was continuing to record, so I stopped it. But this is just a brief continuation of part one. So this will be a part two of integrating preliminary ideas for integrating, a dog slash cat and all other wildlife sanctuary into the movement. So here, I just wanted to look to see how much money the government actually spends on helping out animal sanctuaries and things like that. And according to, I forget which website this was, but it's one that I found. It says, with so many types of animal welfare organizations out there, it's easy to get a rescue shelter and animal control organization confused. The majority of these organizations are operated as charities with the 501(c)(k) or 501(c) organizations. I know there's a lot of corruption involved with that. I got to look into that. But there are a fair number of them that receive municipal funding as well. So this fact is partially true and partially false. Let us explain. So essentially what I've looked into is that you have to find out what your local government is doing to help out the animals and what type of funding that community is supporting, which is good that the communities are doing that. But to be honest, this is an issue that the government should be taking a little bit more seriously, because again, looking at things from a spiritual perspective, we're killing over 1.5 million cats and dogs every single year when we have plenty of room, plenty of food, and plenty of people to take care of them, and plenty of resources in the United States government to do so. I'm going to bring up another fact here. Okay, so look at NASA. I've talked about this before, but you have to realize when we're in dire times like we are now, thinking about World War III and inflation and starvation and all these things, and children dying in Africa because of starvation, do we really need programs like NASA? And even if we want to keep them around, that's fine, but they get $32.35 billion. That was just this year, 2023. That's how much money they received to be able to use, $32 billion. Don't you think we could use a little bit of that money to spend towards helping out all these dogs and cats that we kill every year, and maybe even help out some of these starving children we have, and the poor and the impoverished all around America? I mean, what good is NASA actually doing the United States government right now? And how much is it costing us? And could that money be spent elsewhere and to do things that are better for everybody instead of just whoever this is helping out? I mean, what what NASA is doing actually helping out the American people? These are questions that we need to start asking ourselves, because when you look at inflation and the fact that we have government spending issues, then we have to look at everything that government is spending their money on. When you're spending $32 billion on a program that's designed to send spaceships into space, like, that's not really helping out the public. Now, sure, they could use some of that for satellites and defensive technologies and this and that, but do they need the whole $32 billion? Even if they just were to spare one of those billions of dollars, they could do a lot of good. It doesn't cost much to buy land. I mean, having a dog park doesn't require much. You just need an area for them to run. Cats are even easier to take care of. So it's like, when you look at these things and how much money we choose to spend so much money on a space program, yet we are neglecting cats and animals and dogs. And the sad thing is, I think most of the American public would probably not be, if they had a choice, they'd probably want to spend more money on helping out cats and dogs than spending on a space program, because a lot of people here in America love cats and dogs, especially here in Portland. So again, we need to, as an American people, come together and really start to reevaluate what is truly important to us as a people and what's not. And we also need to identify and examine what our elected officials are perpetuating, and whether that's actually good for us and the rest of the world, and whether it's not. Because I don't have a feeling. I know a lot of it is not good for the rest of the world. So it's time that we stand up and tell them we don't want any more of this shit, and do whatever it takes, petitions, to get them out of office and to get the proper people in place in office. So, all right, I love you guys. Y'all take care. Bye.